Thomas was heading down the line en route to Farquhar. As he approached the farm, he saw a familiar foe getting ready to run. It was George, the Steamroller.
George, what are you doing here? Working, Thomas. Don't you know I'm back?
Thomas was too in shock to continue the conversation. That night, he returned to the sheds to find all of the engines talking about the Steamroller. Preposterous! He should still be locked up.
Utter nonsense if you ask me. What a nuisance. What happened to the 3 Ds, guys? The what? Everyone listen up. Sir Topham Hatt made a huge mistake bringing back George. I guarantee he will mess up soon. I will tell Sir Topham Hatt tomorrow.
Tell me what, Thomas?
Oh my goodness. Sir, why is George back in commission?
What do you mean? George is still locked up in the farm on your branch line.
Then why was he being gassed up earlier by the farmer?
Sir Topham Hatt froze suddenly. I will be back shortly. The engines were surprised at Sir Topham Hatt's quick departure. The next morning, Thomas was once again passing George's new farm. As he passed it, he saw that George wasn't there. He felt better and continued to Tidmouth. He soon arrived there, but found Duck and George.
No, Duck. Rails are being ripped up. I'm back in commission. You'll be scrapped soon. Just you wait and see.
Be quiet, old Green. You'll be gone soon. Just wait and see, too.
Well, then, we'll see about that.
And George went away.
So I heard Sir Topham Hatt gave George lots of jobs to complete. And he has been teasing us all day. Me, Donald, Oliver, and Arthur are sick of this guy. We need to teach him a lesson.
Later that day, George was working near Provins Gate Station, and Sir Handel was busily shunting cars.
Oh, look, it's the old Blueberry. But who's this? Oh, the one who's been locked up all these years at a farm. I can smell the manure coming right off your tires. Yuck!
George grew cross with Sir Handel. As the day went on, it was Sir Handel's turn to tease the old steamroller.
I can still smell that manure. Don't you ever get a wash down?
George became so angry that he rammed into Sir Handel and made him go off the tracks.
Hey, what was that for? Self-defense. You were making me angry. You make us angry all the time. What makes you so special?
George didn't care a bit. Sir Handel was soon put in the works, and Sir Topham Hatt gave George no punishment. The engines were furious. They wanted to put George in his place, once and for all. Later that week, Sir Topham Hatt gave George the job of plowing a new road by Kirk Ronan at night, so that work could get done without all the train hustle and bustle. That night, George was put onto a flatbed, and the workmen then went back to their house for tea. The engines saw George had been left alone. They soon got to work. George was snoring and was fast asleep. He had no idea that James was approaching. He hit the flatbed hard, jerking it forward and waking the steamroller up.
Ow! It's been an hour already? How convenient. No, it hasn't, buddy. You're going to the swamp so we can get rid of you. What? You do no such thing. Stop, James! Stop!
James wouldn't stop. He and George were nearing Provins Swamp. James went down the other line, en route to the buffers by the muddy swamp. George couldn't do anything. He was strapped to the flatbed tight. James picked up speed. He was so excited he was going to be able to dump the annoying green bug with wheels into the swamp. He rounded the bend and smashed into the buffers at warp speed. James was able to stop just in time, while George flew off the tracks and dumped right into the muddy swamp.
Disgusting! You won't get away with this.
James smirked and went away. That morning, Edward arrived at the breakdown train and some flatbeds, along with James and Sir Topham Hatt. George, it seems you're in a bit of a pickle.
Yes, all thanks to that red engine over there.
James still smiled. I overheard that you were causing more trouble than actually doing work, especially with Sir Handel down by Provins Gate. Yes, that is correct. Therefore, you are to go back to your farm and be locked up once again. James, Thomas, Sir Handel, and Duck were all happy. The engine jobs returned to normal, and it seemed no problems would occur on the island for a long time. May I help you?
You disobeyed my orders, Bertram.
Oh, it's you. I was going to follow those orders you set out about George no matter what you would do after.
You don't know what I'm capable of, Bertram. I'm capable of much more than you. I have allies waiting to strike, and they soon will. You're running out of time to think of a solution. Oh, when I saw your loan offer for that engine.
How?
You don't want to know how.
Alright, I won't ask. Now get off my lawn and off this island. Remember my allies. Goodbye for now, Willis.
It's Mr. Menace now.